Okay, so big change here is that in the rest of the world, they use the metric system, so their population densities are based on kilometers. What's bigger, a mile or a kilometer? A mile is, yeah, much bigger. So the two conversions, one is they're saying 1 kilometer is about 0.62 miles. And going the other way, 1 mile, if you want to look at the other way, is about 1.609 kilometers. So just to show a picture, if this square here is 1 mile by 1 mile, since a kilometer is 0.62 miles, I think 0.62 would be about here and there-ish. This right here inside would be a square kilometer. Right, so you can see a square mile is considerably bigger than a square kilometer. So based on that picture, pick the best answer for part A there, please.
That's hard.
I have faith in you. You okay?
Practicing the art.
All right, so right now we have the population density of this square for Bangladesh. How many people in Bangladesh fit inside that square? 1,127. That's what it says, right? Okay, so if we scale this up from square kilometers to square miles, is the number going to be bigger or smaller? If we scale up to a square mile, is the result going to be bigger or smaller? It's going to be bigger. Yeah. Yeah. So we got to keep the density the same, but fill this region. So we need a whole bunch more people to fit there to talk about a square mile. So it should be a bigger number. Okay. So how do we convert from square units to square units? As follows. So this is a review. We did this way back in when we were doing the Murkowski's lawn. Remember that fun project? So we have 1,127 pupils per 1 square kilometer. I'm going to use the given formula here. So I'm going to multiply this. Now I want to get rid of square kilometers. So that means kilometers has to go on the top, miles has to go on the bottom. This conversion factor here says 0.62 goes with miles. That's a 6, not a B. And 1 goes with kilometer. Problem. Is that the relationship between miles or square miles and kilometers? That's miles, right?
Yeah.
How do I do squares? Just square stuff. Square this, square that. Now I've converted squares. Okay, so reminder about how this works. This division is the fraction bar is a division. So on my calculator, I'm going to have 1,127 divided by 0.62 squared. That's the calculation we just figured out. That converts from square kilometers to square miles. All right, whip out a calculator. See what you got.
I got an answer.
Excellent. Hopefully it's the right one.
Probably not.
Mag, you always have the right answers. All right, I get almost 3,000 people per square mile.
I got it wrong.
Okay, try again.
The calculator.
All right, so again, result of my calculation here, 2,932 to the nearest whole person. And that is people per square mile. Now, it asked us to explain some reasoning here. So again, the reasoning, in my opinion, comes from this picture here of a square mile versus a square kilometer. So a square mile is bigger. So to have the same population density, you need a bigger number of people, right? That's the reason. We can see it clearly is bigger. And again, because a square mile is a bigger thing than a square kilometer. But we have the same density, same number of people per small chunk.